This should be pretty free. Oh no! Oh! Oh! You're pretty much trying to catch up here, trying to get an assist or a kill. She tried to take the portal when there's 4 people hitting her. Oh yikes, Talia, wrong way, buddy. Hey, no, we need to hit the guy towards us. Oh! It's fun. Oh my, you guys are so lucky. Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to do another coaching session or gameplay review, whatever you want to call it. Today we're doing Wotix. They are currently Silver 3. And if you want me to do one of these for you, feel free to let me know in the comments. This is free. I'm just doing it to make content out of it, to have fun, help people learn. So yeah, let me know. And if you've already let me know and you're like in my DMs or something and I forgot about you, feel free to just tag me again. Because I had a lot of people DM me, so it's a little bit overwhelming. Because I do want to do everyone that wants one. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you for watching. If you do enjoy the video, don't forget to subscribe. And even leave a random comment like would help on my video. So thank you. Alright, here we go. As in all the reviews, the first thing you always do is look at the comp. What is bad for me? What is good for me? What is my matchup? We're playing into Irelia mid lane. I actually quite like that matchup. I think it's a very favorable matchup for Samira. People have told me that they struggle quite a bit in the 1v1, but this should be a pretty good matchup where you want to play aggressive. You can W the E, you can W the ults, and that should already make it for like really easy 1v1s. You're playing into a Renekton, which is pretty scary. You're playing into TF jungle. That is something I've not seen, not gonna lie. Tristana and Rakan, so they actually have quite a bit of CC. And a lot of it is like unavoidable CC, like Renekton W, Rakan ult charm, so you have to be really careful this game. Your comp looks okay, Talia is decent-ish setup, Malphite is really good setup, Sivir doesn't really matter that much. I actually kinda hate playing with Melio, but it is what it is. Good lane, but honestly this looks like a tough game. Okay, you are doing exactly what I would do. Electrocute, flash here, ignite, longsword start. Pretty much exactly what I would do. I'm actually really excited for this. I love reviewing Samira mid lane specifically because I play it so much. So yeah. In this matchup and into like most melee matchups, you want to be actively trying to auto attack, because this is a ranged advantage matchup, of course. So you want to be bullying. And one of the biggest things as well, when they have resolve as secondary, which they do, you always want to see, do they have second wind? Do they have bone plating? And then you want to like play around that. Because if they have bone plating, you ideally want to get rid of it first and then go in. Okay, good, you already go for an ult-tag, you see they have bone plating. Pretty good defensive E actually, and you go, that's really good, well played by you. Pretty much optimal. For people that are wondering, okay, wow, what is so crazy about that? That's pretty much exactly how you want to play it. You go for range advantage, get rid of bone plating. If they jump on you, just E away. Try and kite it as best as you can, and just bully them with all attacks. That was really well done. You're pretty much already setting it up to kill them level 2 now, which is EQ Ignite. This is really good positioning by you, and this is like a note for everyone that ever plays into any matchup whatsoever. You always have to look at the champion who you're playing into. Irelia is going to always Q to low health minions and then Q on you. So being near your tower here when these minions are low is pretty good by you. You don't want to give her like a QQQ into Q on you, because then you just lose. This part of the game is super important, and a lot of the league is level advantage. You're both 1 minion off from level 2, so I would already be actively trying to kill this minion, just so I can E in with my EQ. She's gonna like try to kill this minion, you want to be trying to kill this one, and as soon as you hit level 2 you want to go in, and very often you can hit level 2 before they do, because your lane is like your lane is already attacking this minion while his wave is still on the way. So you should normally be able to get level 2 first here and then just E in aggressively and have a level advantage. You didn't really do that, so now you're probably just hitting it at the same time. You can probably still go for like an aggressive trade here. Go for range auto attacks. You do have to actively look at the bone plating again though. Is the bone plating up? Can I get rid of it? And it's the same here with level 3. If you know that you're gonna hit level 3 of like the next 2 minions, you want to already be auto attacking these minions, prepping up the level 3 all in. Okay, good kiting, you go for an auto attack. I think you ult the minion there. But that's good, you got rid of the bone plating, you realize okay, nice, you hit level 3. I think you maybe could have just gone there with a ranged attack, but that was really good by you. Well played. And this is really important, guys. If you're watching this and you're like, okay, what even happened there? How did he win the lane? He's just playing off really aggressive auto attacks to get rid of bone plating. He knows probably that he's gonna hit level 3 of this minion, which you should know if you're playing League of Legends, because you can just look at your XP bar. The Irelia needs 2 more minions, So if this minion dies, which it will, you're gonna hit level 3, Irelia will be level 2, giving you like a perfect fight. Like, does this look winnable for the Irelia? No, of course not. That is a waste of a flash for sure though, especially with Samira, you get move speed based on your passive stacks. You had 390 move speed there. You were gonna catch up for that auto attack. So a little bit of waste of a flash, but overall good play. So here you go base with about 600 gold. Nothing really you can buy except for a Vamp Scepter, which is exactly what you buy. So goodbye. Not goodbye as in like buy. I mean, it's a good purchase, yeah. So now that you know that there is no flash, normally you should still flash here, but now you can pretty much do the same thing on repeat. Go for aggressive auto attacks, go for short trades with EQ, and then go for like another all-in. I probably would have just EQ'd in there. You can W that? Okay, you definitely should W that. That is a perfect spot for you to counter trade. You can W the E, EQ in, go for an auto attack and just walk away. You don't even need to fully commit. And that would be a really good trade. Okay, the Irelia is running away. I'm not sure where she's going. Looking for backup, I guess. What you could even do here is walk super far up. You could even stand here. You can tell she can't even really fight you right now. You could technically walk up here, and she would walk here, and she would miss XP. Unless you're baiting them to go for farm so you can go in, that would also be a fine play, I guess. If you are baiting them, which is a very fine play and is very good in low elo, you want to be further away. You want to be standing right here while still in E range of this minion, and then when they walk up to like, let's say hit this minion or this minion, then you go in for an E on the minion and then you get in range. Okay, this is a really weird decision by Irelia. This should be a pretty free kill. Oh, I would have already EQ'd in for sure. I'm not sure why you're walking away. Maybe you're scared? But you should not be scared here. This is a free kill. Worst case, you EQ in, you realize that you're like being ganked, and then you just W the gold card and walk away again. This is definitely an aggressive E in angle. You go for an alt attack instead. I would still just EQ in here. Now you need to walk down slightly and press W. You can actually W Irelia E as long as you're not exactly on the starting point of the E. So I would do a slight step back down, press W, and then just keep hitting her. So this is a bit of a weird spot. She could technically Q to these minions. So you kind of have to just stay like right here in the middle on her, but you can't walk away too far. Okay, now that she used Q, you have to just walk up. Her only way is up now. You're still walking down. That is not good. You should for sure keep walking up here. You have to put a ward down. Ah, yeah. I think maybe you A-click there and it went like here because you lost vision. I think I would have gotten that kill for sure, especially with the W on the E. It was a little bit unlucky. Also, I just realized the Irelia stole the Scuttle Crab. She killed the Scuttle Crab because it was her only escape. Okay, I like that. You're not afraid of the jungler. I actually like that. You're going for a little Q. You're like, get the frick out of my lane. So Irelia actually stayed, which means you either want to hard shove your lane and go for a dive, or you want to hard shove because she's gone and you want to go for a reset. This is very diveable though. If you don't go for a dive here, I'd be disappointed. This is a free kill. EQ should be free. You have electrocute up, no way to lose this. If you die here, I'm gonna be disappointed again. Again, you could have just pressed W. You can W the Irelia E. You should never die here. W the E, E back out with the minion, and you should be 100% fine. You live, but you tank another tower shot, and indirectly you die because of that, probably. Yeah, so you do end up dying for it. Maybe you didn't know you could W Irelia E, then it's fine. Then there's nothing you could have done. But now you know, you can for sure 100% W Irelia E. Okay, so you went base and you bought a pickaxe, but you bought no potions and no boots, even though you have 380 gold. I'm assuming your logic here is you want to just not delay your BT, but mostly boots are super good, and not spending any money here on potions and boots feels pretty bad, and I personally would have just bought boots and one potion. There's like a little skirmish going on between the jungler and Irelia. I think you pinged you were on the way, that was really good communication. That's fine. You just shove this and you go for either a dive or you just like try and poke her down until she's ready to go for a dive. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that was a good aggressive dive. That's your playstyle is super good, your playstyle is pretty much like mine. And this is actually important, especially when you're going for dives. I know for a fact that you can kill her here with just EQ W ignite. So as soon as you go in, right here, you want to already instantly walk away. You want to press EQ, W, ignite, start walking away. You're like stationary in the turret. Probably because you're hoping for like an E reset, but the E reset is never helping you here because there's nothing really behind you to E away from. And this guy will 100% die to your W falling down and just ignite, or even just the ignite. So I probably would have gotten that kill without dying, but it's still, don't get me wrong, it's still a really good aggressive dive by you. It's good, but I probably would have lived there. So you actually have a really interesting playstyle. You actually have like a no spending, no money on anything but bloodthirster components, because you're not spending your 800 gold here. And ironically, if you would have spent it on boots, you probably have the time there to run away from the turret with the play that I said. Like, I understand that you always want to get your first item, and your first item is good, but boots are also good, guys. Most speed is really good. I actually really like that you didn't fully commit to a trade, especially because she has bone plating, she has stacks fully built up, so being like cautionary here is pretty good. It's also you don't have Ignite. Ignite is pretty good into Irelia because it obviously anti-heals as well, Also about roaming, people very often ask me like, when do you roam? When do you make rotations? This is kind of a weird game where I would probably not really rotate whatsoever unless it's like a really free kill somewhere. There's nothing really to rotate towards. Milio is not good synergy, your top laner is getting stomped, you usually don't want to rotate to a Renekton ever, because that guy just kills you. So mostly, if you can rotate to your Talia, that's your play this game. Renekton is too dangerous, Ballin is too little setup, so yeah. Okay, you could actually look to rotate here. This Renekton is running from your Talia, he's very low HP. I would have probably given up this wave to go here, especially when you know this guy is like 200 health. You maybe miss out on a kill here by not rotating. So you actually make a mistake here. Your team ping, or someone is pinging that there's people on Dragon. People are pinging the Dragon. Your bot lane is over here. You don't know where their bot lane is. You don't know where their jungler is. So phase checking this bush is super, super risky. I think you also see the Irelia with your ward. So I would personally not phase check this bush ever. Good reaction time. So you do actually know you can WD. But that's good, well played. You actually went for an E there, but you could have decided to just walk away. I think it's also fine to maybe fight this. I think this is too risky to fight personally, but because you're also sitting on a lot of gold, you're sitting on 1.5, so you're actually not that strong. But you could try. It is fightable because she didn't Q. She E'd, missed E because it was W, and then Q'd anyway. So I guess that makes it somewhat fightable. This is fine though. I feel like you definitely don't chase this. You should have vision here. And you should know that people were around here to begin with. So now you definitely just walk away. Like, this is not good. You definitely don't go back in. And you end up getting punished and you lose your flash. I think shoving the lane here is fine because your Talia is here. Your Talia gets engaged on. Passive auto attack into a Q. You have Ignite up, but you don't have flash. And this is normally where you would want the flash that you just wasted. Because getting charmed here into a gold card is pretty bad, but this also looks somewhat fightable. That guy flashes on you, so even if you had flash, it doesn't make a difference. I think that's fine. I think Eing out there, I think this is too risky to stay into. You'd be in the middle of like a 1v3 kind of, because this guy already used everything. I think this is a good defensive E. You have to walk away here because you can't go toe-to-toe to this guy. He's actually playing lethal tempo TF, so he actually does auto attack damage. This is fine. This is actually, I would do the exact same. Good. You actually decide to cancel your back. This is again probably something I would do as well, because you're probably looking to re-engage on one of these. This is hard if you don't have flash. This is where you normally want, because I would just flash ignite here and auto attack, and I would have to kill. Okay, he's just inting into you, so you get lucky there, but normally you would need that flash you wasted to get this kill. I'm assuming you get this. Yeah, that guy is inting. But that's good, at least you realize that you could get a kill there. Like, it's greedy, but greedy is really good on Samira. You kind of want to play greedy and go for these plays. Okay, so you're going base with 2k. This is just a full BT buy and probably at least tier 1 boots and then some components. Let's see what you buy. BT, tier 1 boots. Okay, I would buy refillable here for sure. 260 gold, you can't buy a longsword. But refillable, spending 150 gold to get potions for the rest of the game is super worth. Okay, it looks like you're about to head into the bush again. Okay, you see this? You have direction now. You should W here. Which you do, which is good. I think you hold E here. You hold E until she ults or like does something. But she doesn't have E because she just used it. But then you can win this with just Qs and auto attacks. You don't need to E. I think if you E here, you risk putting yourself too far away from the target and then they walk away. There are many spots where you holding E is correct. It sounds weird, but it is. Oh, that's funny. You did like pretty much exactly that. That's what I mean. And now if she keeps running, you can never close the gap. So holding E there is 100% correct. Hold it, and then when she's running away from you, then use the E. This is 100% a missed kill. After that, you end up going for a bot lane rotation. And here, I would already realize that this guy is 100% dead, and you're never getting even an assist here. You're not getting a kill, you're not getting an assist. The Tristana's here, but we don't actually see her yet, so we don't have vision. So I'd for sure realize here, like, okay guys, can't get anything here, I'm going back mid, catching my next wave. And now you're probably losing this next cannon wave. You would not stay for this wave either. You're kind of griefing your own AD carry bot lane, and you're losing out this complete wave. I would 100% be rotating back mid. Like, I would have 100% realized here, okay, this is a huge waste of time. I wouldn't even have stayed for this pink ward. I would have just not cleared it. If you didn't stay for the cannon and the pink ward, you would already be like right here. You would probably catch the cannon XP, maybe at least. But you would catch 4 more minions. You can maybe even go for like a skirmish with the Irelia. That's indirectly also helping your team do the dragon. And here I would realize, okay, this is free. I don't need to be here. I'm gonna just rotate here. Because she's getting plates. She's getting plates, she's getting waves. You're giving her like a way to get back into the game. Irelia ults this. Wow, that was actually well played by the Irelia. Okay, so you know the Irelia just used everything, so you don't need to use the W defensively. This should be a pretty free kill. It is a bit risky though, because she's fully Conquer stacked and fully Ionia Fever for Fiorfa stacked. But you have to just run into her here. This is fine, auto attack. You probably have to go... Actually like that, you can't go for a Q there because you probably lose the distance. So you go for an EQ here into an auto attack W. Into that. Into an auto attack, into another Q. Oh, that Q is actually kind of crucial. That might make a difference. I think if you hit that Q, you win this, but that's just... It happens. Like, if you hit the Q that you would have won, you didn't hit it, you lost. Okay, so now it's actually decision-making time. You have 700 gold now, and I would just buy double longsword. I would not go for boots here, or like a boots component. I would start building towards my collector. Okay, you are not you're watching Netflix, you're not buying anything. Hello? Wow, so you actually ended up not buying anything at all. That seems really weird to me, because I feel like you're always going collector second here. So I'm not sure where your 2 longswords are. They should be in your inventory right now. It's also, I'd like to point out, because of all the stuff that you didn't do that I would do, you actually lose the first turret. You didn't rotate mid in time, you wasted too much time bot lane, your Irelia got plates mid, your Irelia got 1v1'd because you weren't mid, then you did get unlucky in that 1v1, but indirectly, if you didn't go bot there and stayed mid because you realized that you couldn't kill the Rakan anyway, you probably would have saved this turret from going down. So that's actually fine. I mean, it's super hard to predict there. When you're really close on top of someone's body, it's almost impossible to like respond to what they're doing. So you have to kind of just predict. You try to predict it, you saw like maybe a little animation. It was this Q, not the W. Happens. You're also like hitting the turret for the plate, so you couldn't really walk away earlier to get more distance. That's fine. You can probably trade with him though. But the problem here is that you don't have those 2 longswords. You could be stronger here. If you have 2 longswords, and you have Ignite up, which you do, you maybe just kill him here. Because you have E. You have EQ. If you have 2 longswords here, you would just kill him. Okay, your top laner is being clapped. You actually rotate, which is pretty good. You just use the plant here. Boom. Oh my lord. That was a bit of a crazy combo. What I would do here is just walk up to him and do a standard auto attack at the W EQ W combo. You're not one-shotting him here, right? You have time to like fight him, so I would just walk up, slightly close, hit him with the first W, EQ W auto attack, and then ult. Okay, here you have a decision to make. Either you go mid or you go top, but you have to keep in mind that tier 2s are worth a lot more than tier 1s. So there's no point for you to ever rotate here to defend this instead of rotating here and defend this. Also, the Irelia is quite low. She might overextend, you might be able to like kill her. I would just rotate mid here. Oh, it's like you're listening to me. Like you're listening to me. It's like you're in my head. You are in my head. And the Irelia did exactly that. Overstayed, you can EQ towards the minions here. You're so good at the game. Well played, really good decision by you. Very good. This is fine, you're hovering your Malphite, who's for some reason mid. He has ult. I'm just trying to be building stacks with Q here. I would just go for the Irelia here, build some stacks. Okay, Malphite also Tristana, you obviously just change your target then, go for Tristana. Pretty standard combo, auto take into an EQW. Oh yikes, Talia, wrong way buddy. Hey no, we need to hit the guy towards us. Oh! It's fun. Oh my, you guys are so lucky. Okay, you actually realize that it is unwinnable after the fact, so you run away. Really good decision again. Apart from the horrible decision where you walked bot and stayed there for like 1 year to clear the pink ward, but apart from that, your decision making has been like almost perfect. You did something here that I don't really like, so after that fight, you have to realize that now you want to defend mid. So I would already be basing legit right here, so you can be here fast. You actually walked up to get this wave, but this wave is pretty much gonna die off anyway. Okay, this Irelia is somehow on a 1v4. I'm not sure what she's even, like, what, if you're looking at this, you're like, what the hell is this guy doing? He's going for a 1v9 faker player, what? You're pretty much trying to catch up here, trying to get an assist or a kill. She tried to take the portal when there's 4 people hitting her. I would ping the Malphite to TP bot here, because the Tristana is kind of taking your base. You do end up rotating all the way to the Tristana. I personally wouldn't have gone for this because I feel like Tristana is really hard to catch. Yeah. And if you do go for that, you have to be really heavily focused on Wing the ult. This is good. You realize you can buy your collector, so you're resetting. Ideally ping your team back, be like, hey guys, I'm gonna get my collector. And Samira is a heavy item spec champion, guys, so if you can reset before like a big objective like Akaton, or if you know there's gonna be a big fight soon, ideally get a reset off right before. This looks fine. You have to go here. This guy's taking tier 2s. He is pretty strong though, but you should be able to just W something and win for free. You W this for sure. Mistimed, but you had the right idea. Arise. So I actually would have realized there that after killing the Irelia topside and Akaton spawning legit, like after that, you should have gone for the Akaton. Because your jungler is here, your Malphite is here. If you were here just pumping this dude down, you would get that for free. Okay, so after you do the dragon here, you have to realize that this guy just cleared the wave, so we know he's here. We just saw him hitting his minions. They're not here on the screen right now, but there were minions. So we know that you need to just reset. This guy's gonna push. Oh wow, you guys actually lose Akaton. That's funny. You guys lost Akaton because you didn't do it earlier. Okay, so after that, like I said, I would have gone base, but for some reason you are going on a little road trip. Maybe you're trying to collapse on the Renekton, but you should know that running into Renekton is not good. You also definitely don't want to go here, because then indirectly you're running into the Renekton. So I'm not sure where you're going. Actually run into the TF. You could go for this is actually a free kill, I think. But I would normally not even go for this. I wouldn't be in this spot because there's a Renekton there, which we know because we saw him. You should just be able to get on him here. I would actually just auto-tech W into an EQ there and insta-kill him. He doesn't have a card out. I would just do a combo. I'll just show the combo right now. Because he was blindly walking into you, I would have just done this. This should be pretty free. Oh no! Oh! Oh! As soon as you do this, you want to start walking this way. You're kind of just standing still here. After you EQ auto attack, you instantly want to press your mouse right there. You want to be this way. Because you have to keep up with his movement. In the downtime of your auto attack, you could have gone for like 2 or 3 steps. Okay, this was definitely a really bad W. He didn't even have the gold card selected yet. He didn't do an animation that would look like he's throwing the gold card. He actually queued. If you were gonna go for this flash, You should have just done it earlier, because you should have flashed while your W was still up. Now your W doesn't hit, and you actually lose the skill because the W doesn't hit. So, lots of mistakes there. To sum it up, I wouldn't even be here because we saw the Renekton. I would have gone for a different combo. I would have not wasted W like that, and if I would waste it, I would flash while the W is still in the air to make sure it hits him. Here, you're like either looking for the Renekton, but I don't know why you would want to look for the Renekton because you don't beat that guy. Like, I don't know where you're going. You're going on a road trip. And I think you end up like losing inhibitor for this. You have to be with your team mid here. It doesn't really make much sense for you to go slip pushing, especially because you don't have TP. Your Moffat's already going for this. You don't need to be here with him. Like, yeah, you got a tier 2 and that's good, but you lose inhibitor and that's not really a worth trade. And because of you making like really strange rotations like that, your farm is extremely low. You're actually behind in items to the Irelia here because she's outfarming you and she has equal kills. So you need to be a bit more like wave focused and catching waves. Like what you're doing now is fine, catching this wave. So this is really weird. There's a bunch of stuff going on. First of all, your jungler is bot side. So this is already kind of a bad fight to begin with because your strongest player is not there. But I do think it's fine that you're rotating towards the fight anyway. We do know Irelia's mid. We don't know where the Renekton is yet. Okay, you see the Renekton now. And like I said, you never want to fight with the Renekton. You do not want to get in range with this guy. He will one-shot you. So ideally, I would walk around here and then join the team this way. This is really brave, and I think that's a misplay to just walk in like this. Because if he turns around and goes for you, you're just dead. That's okay, a little bit of a waste of W. If we see her here, you need to realize that you don't have W up here. You cannot really fight her because you don't have W. So I would not even walk up this way, and I would walk straight back to my Sivir or towards my Malphite and Emilio, or even this way, anywhere but in the Irelia. This is not good. I think your team loses this. Oh my. And don't get me wrong, this guy is trolling. I don't know what this guy's doing. He's on the phone with his parents or something. Yo, mom, coming over this weekend for dinner. Like, I don't know what he's doing, but you are probably losing soul here. And it's mostly because you ran into the Irelia. Okay, never mind. Twisted Fate inted, so I guess you two guys do get it. You're not supposed to get this soul though. Normally you should lose this because you inted. Normally. Unless... Renekton? Oh no, they don't know. What a flank, what a flank. what a smite by Talia. It's like 10 seconds early. What a smite. This is definitely one where you just don't go in. You walk away, for sure. Good decision. This is really bad positioning. You should be behind your Malphite. It works out because the Malphite is there just in time, but this is again not good position by you, but you get bailed out. You're charmed. I think that's fine. You get gold card in middle, it happens. You have flash and EQ up here and ignite. You probably just EQ this guy and ignite him. You didn't have EQ, but now you have EQ, now you go on this guy. That's fine, it's pretty free. Don't really need to do anything different there. Okay, Talia's fighting this dude. Okay, well that guy's dead. You're sitting in the bush. Okay, this guy is not very responsive. Hello, Tristana? Watching Netflix as well, or what? You can actually kill it if you just EQ auto attack into a W. W probably puts him just over the edge for you to get like a collector proc. Definitely would have used W there. Now you have to commit flash, but I still think it's a fine flash because you're getting guaranteed Dragon Soul for it, so there's added value. But you could argue you're getting this anyway, that it might be a waste. Hold up, are we getting it? Oh my... This guy is trolling. Malphite somehow 1v1 the Irelia. Okay. You can probably just win the game here. You guys got Baron, you got Soul, Irelia inted. I would not even go for this inhibitor. There's no point going for inhibitor when you can go for the Nexus. You should be hitting this with your whole team. This is fine. I'm pretty sure you just win the game here. Okay, GG. Okay, so as a summary, just for like a final notes type thing, some things you can really improve on is definitely spend your money. I think getting the boots early game would have been pretty good, and not buying the longswords was definitely a huge mistake, because you're just weaker for no reason. The baiting with minions tips is definitely a huge tip as well. If this is the enemy, and this is a minion, and you want them to like greed for this so you can then E onto them and kill them, you have to be standing like right here. If you're standing here, you're never gonna go for this minion, because you're like scaring them off. So you have to make a decision there. You're either gonna stand here and bait them, or you're walking super far up and you're zoning them, so they eventually walk all the way here and miss the minion completely XP wise. Another point, and this might be the biggest one, I feel like you wasted a lot of time. The roam bot with the Rakan right here, I saw there that you're never getting the Rakan. I would have already been like back mid lane and be like, okay, this won't work out. I'm wasting my time here. I'm going back to catch my minion wave. When you went chasing after like the Renekton here, you went a little road trip. Also just a big timer. You could use this to catch waves, clear a jungle camp or two. You're falling too far behind in CS and XP because you're going for roams that don't really make much sense. You also had a few good rotations though, don't get me wrong, you did have some good roams. You did a lot right though, you played the lane aggressively, your positioning was pretty good, especially in the early laning phase. You wasted W a few times though, you have to be careful for that, because W is so valuable, especially into Irelia. But yeah, that was about it. So thank you for watching, thank you again Wotix for letting me do this, and if you want me to do one of these for you, feel free to let me know in the comments. And also don't forget to subscribe. Goodbye!